So, conservative social justice warrior Owen Benjamin is going to tell us why he thinks pornography should be banned. Not regulated, not restricted, banned. You sure about that, buddy? You sure about that? Because let me tell you, this isn't the first time I've seen this video title. The only reason I'm addressing the issue at all is because it seems to be a recurring trend on the right wing now. Right-wing authoritarianism, that is. And this is like the biggest name that people actually take seriously that I've seen take this position. So, it should be fun. Let's hear him out.
You know, I think porn should be banned. And someone was like, all these fake idiot, these people are like, yeah, but when
Good one.
the left does it and then the right, I mean, we don't want to be like the left, unconstitutional. I'm like, dude, porn was banned in America for most of America. You know that it's only since the 1970s that this stuff is even possible. And then since then,
Okay, so what? Slavery was around. Again, women weren't allowed to vote until 1920. Yes, things change, Owen. Maybe not in your mind, but cultures shift. They shift moral boundaries, and pornography we got lucky, and it's very restricted already. They have restrictions on, they check for diseases, they check to make sure everybody's of legal age, so, two consensual adults want to record themselves fucking. What's the problem? What's the fucking problem, Owen?
it's literally destroying a whole generation of people's brains. And they're like, but we don't want, I just picture all these porn apologists that they're just jerking off the whole time. They're like, well, let's just not be unconstitutional.
Oh my God. You got me. You got me, Owen. It may not look like it right now, but I've ascended to the level of jack-off Jedi, where I can masturbate without using any hands, and I'm ready to just explode all over your fucking hungover, awful, disgusting, wiry beard that you're growing out in the middle of nowhere, chopping wood. You come off like a crazy lunatic, man. Like, are you not just being paranoid? Okay, you know what? I'm being too harsh. I know. Let's hear him out. Let's hear him out for a full minute. Give me the rundown on why you defend this position so strongly.
It's like, no, bannings work. And someone's like, well, look at, this is why people that don't know their past are so easy to be controlled. It's like, look at,
I have no idea what the fuck. Come on, man. Come on. I'm rooting for you, man. Honest, I know I'm opposed to you, but like, I'm rooting for you. Come up, pull something out of your ass that isn't a butt plug. Pull something out that's like a cohesive argument as to why, and it better not be what I think it is, but I have a feeling it's going to be.
They're like, well, look at prohibition. They tried to ban alcohol and it didn't work. You know why they banned alcohol? Is because they were alcohol was competing against oil for the energy cartel. So they banned alcohol because it can be burned like oil. They banned it long enough for the Rockefellers to get monopoly, and then they let people drink again. Do you think that they care?
Citation needed, and if that's true, I am interested in learning it. I know that's not what I was taught in history class. I understand there's a whole alternative history that the government doesn't tell you about. Does it go that far? I mean, look, you have people like Kennedy, the Joseph Kennedy, patriarch of the Kennedys, who was a famous bootlegger. That's how he made his millions. So, whatever. So people were against it, but it wasn't because the legitimate reason, the proven historical reason why Prohibition happened was because there were a bunch of oaky Christian housewives. It was called the Temperance Union or something like that. It had this stupid corny ass name. It came out of Kansas, out of the Midwest, and just these abused housewives who were sick of their men beating them half to death, and so they used Christianity to come out against drinking, and that's why to this day we have such strict alcohol laws in this country when around the world they don't, because we're unique. We're just run by a bunch of religious nut jobs.
Care if you're drunk? They want you drunk. Do you think they care if you're on drugs? They just want to be the ones who sell you the drugs. Well, they did prohibition. It was about energy, silly boy. Yeah, ban porn. Why wouldn't you? It's like, what?
Whoa, okay, so that was a leap. So let me get straight. If you're in favor of banning porn, okay, can you at least be consistent? Like, are you in favor of banning alcohol then? Do you think people should not have it? Because I can tell, dude, you consume a lot of it, probably. I know the look, man. Your fucking bloodshot eyes. You fucking grow a beard that shouldn't be there. Fucking hoodie. Dude, you're coming off like the typical doomer meme. Like, you literally look like the doomer / coomer meme. And to be honest with you, it might be because you don't jack off enough, but I'm going to let a doctor sort that one out. Because I know the conservative narrative, oh, you jack off too much, it lowers your libido. It's like, no, I've heard from actual doctors that it's the opposite. It's like you have to jack off more to prevent prostate cancer and to and I don't know what it does to your energy levels. I think it depends on a bunch of various other factors, but we're not talking about masturbating. We're talking about why porn should be banned, and you still haven't given me a good fucking reason. God damn it, Owen, would you just...
It's a slippery slope. Good. Let's slippery slope the other direction. Ban it. You know, it's banned in a lot of these countries that are making...
Then ban assault rifles, Owen. And guess what? There already was a ban on assault rifles in American history up until the 90s or 2000. I can't remember which, but fairly recently, there was a ban on assault rifles until the NRA lobbied against that and defeated it. Now I'm not going to argue for a ban on those because I believe in freedom. But you don't seem to believe in freedom for consenting adults because it's of a puerile nature. That seems to be your contention, and I think it's deeply rooted in some childhood trauma that unfortunately now you're going to inflict on your kids. Hopefully not, though.
It, and with the technology of, like, most 8-year-olds have seen porn. And so I said to this guy, I go, do you at least agree that we should ban pedophilia? And he was like, of course, Big Bear.
Look, man, as far as that goes, there are already softwares. They suck, but I've had experience with this when my parents, they installed software, this fucking thing called Net Nazi, Net Nanny, that regulates that and prevents you from typing in certain words like titties and ass and all that, and it blocks all the porn results. So you can just easily do that with your kids. It's your family unit, and it's so weird because usually the conservative position is like, lay off my family, let me educate them the way you want. Yes, that's what I'm proposing. But now you want the government to be like, ban it, just ban anything I don't like. You're a fucking idiot. And I'm positive you wouldn't have the same opinion when it comes to guns or something that matches up with your moral code. I'm almost certain of it.
We should ban... I'm like, so your argument doesn't mean anything. It's a slippery slope. Once we ban pedophilia, I mean, what's next? No, nobody... Like, porn should be banned. Ethanol, exactly. Ban porn and bag your dog's poo. Exactly. Porn is more dangerous than prohibition. Infinitely. Porn is... And if you're against pedophilia, guys, it sexualizes your kids. When an 8-year-old and a 9-year-old watches porn, it sexualizes them. It's one of the reasons that all...
How do you know that? How do you, like, you're trying to make me sound like the creepy dude. I don't give a shit about your children. That's on you, bro. You spit out a couple of mongoloids. That is your responsibility. And the conservative ethos dictates that, privatize education as well. So that's even further into like, oh, like I shouldn't have to contribute to your problem, right? Financially. But now all of a sudden, whenever it's of a moral or sexual nature, we all of a sudden society has to conform to what you want. Are you not? You're being a prick, dude. You're being a fucking retard on this one.
All these boys are becoming like weirdo tranny types is because they're not supposed to watch this. It's also key in human trafficking. It's money laundering. It degrades the family unit. All of it.
Those are separate issues, though. Does that mean ban it outright? There are separate issues with everything in this country. Everything. Soda makes you fat. Should we ban that too? Should we not allow kids to have a fucking Coca-Cola? It's like, give me a fucking break, dude. So, if your kid if you ever give him a computer and you find out that he's jacking off, what are you gonna do? You're gonna bust down the door? Now who's the pervert? Now who's the weirdo, Owen? I'm not defending kids watching porn. I know I did when I was like 12, but that was because I was starting to jack off. And let me tell you, in my personal experience, this is strictly anecdotal, it didn't affect me in any negative way that I can pinpoint in my own mind. It's like you fuck your wife, right? I assume you do. Your kid accidentally walks into the room. Is that pedophilia? Because that's the argument you're making with pornography. The kid happens to stumble upon... No! But we're all different in that sense. You have to prove that this is actually an issue, dude. You're not doing it.
Well, it's a slippery slope. If we ban porn, then what's next? We ban our cars? I'm like, well, can you at least admit that we should ban pedophilia? I mean,
I love how you're not refuting that argument, and instead you're going straight to pedophilia. Like, oh, that face is a meme, by the way. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. But oh my god, it looks like he's coming there. That's fucking hilarious, dude. Dude, watch some porn, man. Look, it looks like your wife isn't fucking you enough. My guess. Like I'm not one to judge your personal life, but that's exactly what you're doing, so I feel like it's earned somewhat. Shut the fuck up or make a better point. I can't believe I'm even...
Of course, but that's just common sense. No, it isn't. You don't even have a logical moral stance. Morality has to come from one place, God. It's like, okay, why is it wrong to be a pedophile? Well, it just is. Okay, it is because it's our backbone, our morality.
No, that's not even the fucking reason why, dude. It's like you can't even defend your own morality now. You can't even defend... The reason pedophilia is illegal is because it's unwanted. That's the whole reason. It's because a child cannot sexually want until he or she makes the conscious decision to be in a relationship themselves. That's why it's illegal, Owen. Like, you can't even defend your own position with logic. And the reason why pornography is legal, and, by the way, strictly regulated, as it should be, is so that consenting adults can enjoy pleasure in peace. That's all it is. That's all it is. And you're trying to take that away from people just because you think it's wrong. So should we ban violent movies then? Suppose you show your kids Die Hard, and I know a lot of parents who do. I know conservative parents love violent movies, in my experience. I mean, my family does. We can watch as much Terminator shit, as much blood and guts as we want, but when it's a natural act that happens to make babies, you get all tense like, oh, no. Weak.
The natural law of God. There's a lot of people out there, and they're growing in numbers, and they're growing in political power, that do not think that pedophilia is bad at all. In fact, some of them make your favorite movies.
Yeah, and Trump hangs out with them, buddy. You know that? I know the Clintons, the Bidens, but Trump also has hung out with pedophiles. Are you gonna accuse him of shit? All right, aside from that, aside from party disputes. Yes, that is true. And those people should be prosecuted. Nobody's arguing against that. You're creating this false argument for people who just happen to enjoy pornography, Owen. You're a fucking idiot.
So where does morality come from? And the same backbone that gives us the morality that pedophilia is bad are the same people that tell you, the prophets, the gospel, that tell you that porn is bad. You know, you shouldn't look in lust at another woman, or you should stab your own eyeball out. I mean, that's a little intense, but I get the vibe. It's female tyranny, and it's infected males because of porn. I swear to God, it's because of porn. That's why it's making so many gamma males. Like all these men that are like
30 minutes. 30 minutes? He's just ranting. And there's literally like 30 more minutes of this that he excised from the whole video because he's just so angry. I love it. At least he's self-aware, man. I gotta give him that.
Like, you're the worst. You're a liar. You said it was 10 a.m. Pacific Standard. You said your live stream was at 10, but I'm on the East Coast, so it's not. It was at 1. You're a liar. I'm gonna take you down. Dude, it's like the reason men aren't like that is because when men are like men, like war, hunting, providing, you want to be around crushers. Just basic male nature that hasn't been corrupted by female tyranny is like really, really good. You know, Genghis Khan, for all of his fault.
Where is this going now? It's like you've completely abandoned your original argument. Now you're making it about men versus women.
This guy crushes. And then he became Genghis's like main guy. You know, versus,
is this
you know, if
related
you look
to
at these
porn
archetypes
somehow?
like Xerxes,
Oh,
he wants pathetic men around him, and that's why the 300 beat him, or at least crippled him a bit. And the reason that the historical record, it's the archetype. We know it's true that if you surround yourself by cucks, it's going to take a billion cucks can't take down 300 honest men, and that's why that movie got people so fired up. It's like, Spartans, what is your profession? Rah, rah, rah. You know, it's like, imagine a million cucks listening to.
Ironically, you're referencing the most homosexual movie, 300. Like, the Spartans also fucked each other in the ass, too. You know that, right? And the ancient Greeks also condoned pedophilia. So, are you fucking... This is the most whack argument. I don't know. I have no idea where he's going. This guy has a gleam in his eye like fucking Jack Nicholson in The Shining. It's like, what are you doing, man? It's like, you're just out in a cabin in the woods with your little antenna looking for a signal. What the fuck? Oh my God. Please end. Just please end. This guy is insane. This guy is fucking
if you elevate
insane.
And promote, that's why I knew Joe Rogan was a homosexual. Because he has all the traits of it. He's like,
wow.
but you can't say that or you'll get less money.
Wow.
I'm like, are you?
Wow, now you're just hating on Rogan because he's more successful than you. This is total dick envy, man. Dude, you're a 6'7" lumberjack living out in the woods with nothing to do. You should be watching porn.
It's barnacles against a ship. I used to argue with them. The only time I will ever argue online with these type of people is to show other people how bad their arguments are. You know.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done arguing with this fucktard. I think I've said all that needs to be said. There's no argument. There's no argument about why porn should be banned. It's a stupid argument. It needs to end. It's fucking retarded. It's namby-pamby. It's cheering on the nanny state, and I think we've had far too much of that in American culture.